Happy Motivational Monday. How are you doing? Yeah, not just any Monday. It's a Motivational Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. Bill DeWeese here. Professional voiceover talent, voiceover coach, voiceover demo producer. We're going to talk a little bit this morning about some motivation, something to help you on your way. Of course, we do this every weekday morning where I share a tip, trick, strategy, something to help you be more successful in your voiceover career. And I'm so glad you're here. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Of course, when you like the videos, give them a thumbs up, share them. In this video, you should see your opportunity to participate in the live chat. So make sure you share your name, where you're watching or listening from this morning. And also, I continue to work on this flicker, this crazy flicker. For whenever I do a live stream, I get a little bit of flickering on occasion on the video. I made some more changes. So if you see anything weird, let me know. Hopefully, we'll clear that all up. Hopefully. Well, like I said, hope you had a great weekend. We had a wonderful weekend. We put a lot of miles on the car this weekend. My oldest son lives in Cleveland, and so we went to go see him. So it's about it's 11 hours round trip, but we did it. And I'll tell you that the Turnpike, the Ohio Turnpike, Route 90 between Chicago and Cleveland, man, that is one long, straight, boring stretch of road, but it was worth it to spend some time with my son. That was awesome. Then yesterday morning, we took my oldest grandson out for breakfast. And if you ever get a chance to eat an Eskimo waffle, do you know what an Eskimo waffle is? I didn't until my grandson ordered it off the menu a while back. So these things have become legendary. He decided to take another crack at it yesterday. It's a waffle, and it's got, I don't know how many scoops of ice cream on it, vanilla ice cream. And then on top of that, you put strawberries. Then on top of that, you put strawberry syrup and chocolate syrup. And it's just this it's like a giant ice cream sundae on top of a waffle with a side of bacon. And I was a little jealous. Not that I couldn't have ordered one myself, but I'm working so hard to live as long as I can, to enjoy these moments with my family. And I think eating an Eskimo waffle would probably be in direct conflict with what I'm trying to do to extend my life as opposed to shorten my life. Well, let me share this thought with you for your Monday, your Motivational Monday, and the person who the origin of this is unknown, but I thought this was so good. It's profound. Don't let what you can't do interfere with what you can. Don't let what you can't do interfere with what you can. I learned long ago in my life that the quality of our lives are determined in large part by the questions we ask ourselves. Even when you don't realize it, we always have that. We have a conversation, internal dialogue is always going on. And oftentimes it's in the form of questions. And when it comes to things that are challenging, like having your own business or having your own career, a voiceover career, we oftentimes unconsciously are asking ourselves why we can't succeed. And we are tallying this list of why we can't do stuff. And it's amazing how resourceful this brain is at coming up with answers to our questions. And it seems like we are naturally wired to ask in the negative. Why should I not be able to do this? And we will come up with no problem at all, a long list of reasons why we could never, we can't do this, or why it's not working the way that we want it. But for some reason, we don't seem to be wired to ask ourselves why we can do it and come up with a long list of reasons why we should succeed and why we will succeed. Therefore, we have to take responsibility for that and realize it. So, again, it's easy to come up with reasons why we can't. And the longer your list is, the more likely it is you won't. And you will think of every possible scenario that will keep you from being successful. Many will just be imaginary. Most of the stuff that I come up with would never happen in real life. Sure, things happen, or there are always challenges. But will everything that our mind comes up with as a possible problem happen? Absolutely not. It'd be virtually impossible to. But yet our minds, again, it's very savvy at doing this kind of thing. So let me just challenge you on this Motivational Monday to begin disciplining yourself, to ask yourself the reasons that you will succeed, because there are plenty of them. You're well equipped. You're well equipped to do this. You may have to learn some things. You may have to develop some skills. You may have to grow and stretch. It might be painful. It might not be easy. doing, learning new things and learning to grow and become something different never is easy. That's why most people don't. They just they float. They take the path of least resistance. And in the end, it's not a good way to go. It keeps us stuck. It keeps us frustrated. So I want to challenge you to get on and stay on the exciting path of growth toward becoming a successful voiceover talent. And so begin today, just become aware of this dialogue that's constantly going on in your mind. And when you start thinking of negative things, reasons why you think you might not be able to do something, purposefully ask yourself, come up, why is it that I can do this? And if you need to write it down and remind yourself, do that, because your mind otherwise will run, and it will take off on you. It's like a locomotive. Once it gets going, it is hard to stop. But we have the ability to control it by asking those questions ourselves, channeling it in the right direction, empowering yourself, pushing the odds heavily in your favor. And so I want you to be successful in voiceover, and that's what this is all about. Hey, by the way, let me check on something here real quick. I've got a live training event coming up later this month. And when I say later this month, I mean a week from this Tuesday night. I'm double checking. Yeah, okay. We are going to start, we start promotion on that today. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put a link to that training event in the description below the video as soon as we're done here, so that you can, if you don't see it immediately, it will be there soon. But it's the secrets of self-performance. It's taking on the challenge of learning to do great auditions and great reads while you're sitting by yourself in your studio without a director. Because think about it, 99.5% of everything we do, even those of us who work at this full time, we do it on our own. We have to direct ourselves. And directing yourself is kind of like being your own therapist. It's a real challenge to do because we just don't have the objectivity. To see and to hear things the way other people do, because it's us. So we taint, our lens is biased, it's colored, it changes. We just don't see things the way they really are. But with the right strategies, the right tools, and the right practices, you can be competitive. And you can up your game, your performance, even when you are self-directing. And that's what this training event will be about, this from 1 week from this Tuesday night. And we've set this at a really under $100 price point. We want to get everybody there. So I'd love to have you there. So check that out. And let's go to the live stream chat. Let's just see who's on this morning. Jack in Phoenix, what's going on? We've got Dan in Clarkston, Michigan. Hey, Dan. Melissa in San Diego. And by the way, I see a lot of you blueprinters, members of my VoiceOver Blueprint training program. Thanks for being on this morning. By the way, if you wonder what that's all about, I have links in the description below. You can check out all my training resources. We've got Matt in New Jersey, Taylor in Springfield, Ohio, Corey in Whitehall, Wisconsin, Tom, what's happening in Indianapolis, Wayne in finally training, or raining. I thought it says you were training for the Olympics. No, it's raining in the Olympics. Jennifer, good morning to you in Conroe, Texas. What's up? Guy, St. Louis. We've got Portland in the house. Robert in Altoona, Iowa. Barb in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Mike in Spanish Fort, Alabama. Jenny, hey there. Robert, apparently an Iowa fan. Go Hawkeyes. Ralph, it's nice and cool in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Rob, how are you doing in Loveland? In the studio working this morning. I'm sure you are. No doubt working on an audiobook right now. I love that. John, Rhinebeck, New York. Rita, Tucson, Arizona. David, Asheville, North Carolina. Mark, Albuquerque. Let's see here. MG, what's up in North Carolina? Good to have you here. Eskimo waffles sounds so good. Where can I find one of those? Start calling around to your local breakfast-type restaurants. I don't see them everywhere I go, but this local restaurant here that serves them, they have the best pancakes. They have great waffles, and that Eskimo waffle, well, I haven't eaten it. It sure looks amazing. Sounds like it would be a 14-mile hike if you had one of those waffles. Rob, I'm guessing it would be every bit of a 14-mile hike to burn off one of those. No doubt. Tracy in Rochester, how you doing? Let's see here. Andrew in Calgary. Bob, what's up in Cape Cape San Bias, Florida. Do I have that right? Got a new VO contract Saturday for another YouTube channel. Fantastic, Bob. Congrats to you. That's awesome. Marie in Texas. I bid you all a big yeehaw. All right. As we would expect nothing less from somebody from Texas. That's a great quote. Needed that. Thank you. Good day to begin a new path. Yes. Anthony, Concord, North Carolina. Greg in Asheville, North Carolina. Aaron, happy Motivational Monday to you in Como. JR in Austin. Theo, good morning from downtown Chicago on the shore of Lake Michigan, where the dramatic and billowy clouds above the lake practically demand a painter to capture them. Oh, man, Theo, I love it. I love your posts. You're a poet. And there is nothing more beautiful than Lake Michigan. To drive up Lake Michigan on a sunny day, man, there is nothing better. Bob, how are you doing in Clearwater, Florida? And Ty in Warsaw, Indiana. Gene in Dallas-Fort Worth. I did a live session. The client asked me about my training. I mentioned Bill DeWeese. They said they were big fans. That's Dave in New York. I added a Yankee game to your steak dinner. So Dave wants to take me out for steak in a New York Yankee game. Man, well, we may have to wait till next season. I don't think I can make it unless you want to take me out for the postseason. I would imagine those tickets are all already spoken for. I don't know. Let's see here. Middle Point, Ohio. It's Corey. How are you doing? Let's see here. Sandra, Patrick, good morning from Maryland. Booked my first gig on ACX over the weekend. Patrick, hold on. There's the bell. All right. Love those first-time jobs. Congrats to you. Yeah, we're getting a little flicker on the video, aren't we? I'm seeing that as well. Okay, yeah. Thanks for the feedback on that. I appreciate that, Ty. Scotty says, back in the saddle. Brookings, South Dakota says, hello. Let's see here. Wally says a few screen flashes, but then again, I'd watch a blank screen for bits of wisdom to guide my success. Well, Wally, thank you. Let's see here. Sandra in Westerville. We got Poindexter in Maryland. Dwight. Raining in Old Saybrook. Fort Worth. Dean in Lake Elsmore, California. Hey, Terry, how are you doing in Fallston, Maryland? Finishing your political demo today. Well, hey, that season is coming upon us. So for those of you who are interested in doing political commercials, now's the time to start. If you haven't yet, start marketing that political demo. Hey, guys, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. Make it a great day. Remember, your mind is going to be chattering all day long. Become aware of it. Start listening to what it says and make sure you're asking yourself the right questions to lead yourself in the right direction. All right. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, by the way, quick. Tomorrow morning, I will not be here right at 8:30 because I have a session. I have a client who needs me at 8:30. So what I'm going to do, they said it's a short session, probably won't take me more than 10 or 15 minutes. So I'll do the live stream. It'll be a little bit late, but I've got to do that session first. So have a good one. See ya.